All right, so it's funny because yesterday I was saying that as long as we stay above 70-90, the buyers are in control. We had some piece of news from Iran, and the market reacted negatively. We started dropping really fast, really strong, and then hit that imbalance target at 70.81. Found some buyers, got back above the 70.90 low volume node, and then ripped higher. And we did another round trip through the distribution. So the structure, even with those news that seem very bearish, worked pretty well. The point of control is still here. We're still putting a lot of volume at 62, so that's gonna be still a magnet as long as we stay in this range. We did get back above the test above the previous week's high, so above last Friday's high, and then we pulled back to the 71.62. So now we're opening inside all this chunk of volume. This is the 6th day of volume, of balance. I'm sorry, and so now we're probably gonna chop around a little bit in this area. So I want to wait for the first at least 30 minutes to see what happens. First of all, I watch the open, right? If the open is like it's a little choppy and we go back and forth through the open, I know that's likely gonna be a choppy day, and probably fading the edges is what's gonna work. But if I see a strong push in one direction, I want to wait till the first 30 minutes at least and see where we end up, and then see if we can come out of break out of yesterday's value area. So if we break above yesterday's high, I'm gonna be looking to go with the break until I see that momentum is fading, if it does, right? We have a couple of projected targets up here at 72.40, 72.53. The 72.40 I did by taking this whole range, and the 72.53 was using yesterday's profile, and because the point of control was up here, the low was down here, so I projected the balance target at 72.53. So if we break out, I'm looking to go with a break until I see that momentum is fading. If we start fading and then slowing down and then come back inside the weekly range, then I'm going to be looking for shorts towards 71.62. But I'm a little more suspicious if that happens, just because it already happened, right? We already broke above the high during the organization. We already tested this. So I'm thinking that if we break again, that we might continue squeezing higher. If you look at NQ, look how strong it is. Look how far away from last week's is. Pretty strong. So that's one thing. But if we do see, if I don't see that, if we do see that we come down below the 62 or start coming back down, this area is going to be a magnet. It's yesterday's close plus yesterday's value area low plus yesterday's half plus the overnight low. It's all here. The weekly VWAP, it's all down here around the 30 to 36 area. So this is going to be a magnet for today, and then if we get below it, then I'm going to be looking for a test of the spike from yesterday, right? If we start trading inside the spike, meaning below 71.15, then I'm going to be looking for a retracement of at least half of the spike, right, to that 6100 or so, 7100 or so. and then see if we continue or if we turn and go back into the middle of this area. Okay. Gonna be watching in Q2, because if NQ stays high and doesn't fill this single prints, and ES is gonna have trouble moving down, so keep that in mind. Metals are coming down. They have been coming down for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6 days that we've been in balance, the metals have been having a down move, testing the low side of this ranges. Still the point of control is here and here for silver and for gold, but it's looking like we're putting more volume on the low side of the range, so could see that we see some lower prices on both. Crude tested back above. So when yesterday, when we had those news that the market interpreted bearish, crude moved higher, tested 98 and change, and then came back to that point of control. But it's doing the opposite of what the metals are doing. It's moving higher. So that to me is interesting, because we had oil moving higher on escalation of the conflict, and ES moving lower, and now ES and NQ are moving higher with oil moving higher. So that's just the correlation that we had before, the negative correlation that we had before. It's not there anymore, at least for a little bit. So we'll see. We have to see how that resolves. But now crude is pulling back a little bit while ES is holding. So crude is trading around that 20-day point of control, and the range is between 86 and almost 100 with that point of control there. So today we also have University of Michigan at 10 a.m. and that's about it for the week. All right. Be careful, because I was watching today's this morning's price action. It was very whippy. So we still have volatility in the 20s. Well, volatility VIX is on 18 and almost 19. So still a lot of room for big moves. All right. Good luck and have a nice weekend.